The reason is because the Ervhres are also direct descendants of the Hebrew Israelites that migrated to West Africa by way of Egypt to the Gold Coast and Slave Coast, migrating from Israel through Egypt, Ethiopia, Southern Sudan, Niger, Nigeria, Dahomey to Togo. The reason we have the same oral history is because we are actually one people. We're Hebrews. Let me explain. When you go back in time to a strip of land in West Africa that was once called the Slave Coast, you will notice this geographical area stretched from the Volta River in Ghana through Togo, Benin, Dahomey, and Nigeria. These four countries that now occupy this stretch of land was one territory before the Europeans met in 1844 in Berlin to define their trade zones and as a result divided the African continent amongst themselves. This strip of land from the Volta River in Ghana through Togo, Dahomey, Benin, and Nigeria was known as Ervhres Nyigba, that is Ervhres land. And the people that occupied this stretch of land were called Ervhres. Ervhres is the original name of the people who lived on this stretch of land from Ghana to Nigeria. The name, however, morphed to Ewe because the V sound does not have an English equivalent. So the letter W was substituted for the V sound, and the name and pronunciation morphed to Ewe. Ewe is actually a female sheep. Where do we see the first time this name is used in the Torah? Genesis 14. And the fugitive came and told Abram, the Hebrew. The word rendered as Hebrew here is spelled Yud Resh Bet Ayin. In English, you will spell this I-V-R-I, and it's pronounced Eve. So the text will read, Genesis 14, and the fugitive came and he told Abram the Eve. Abraham the Eve. Should you read from the Dead Sea Scrolls, you won't see the word Hebrew, but rather Eve, what we now pronounce Ewe. This is the true name of the children of Israel, the Israelites. So where did the word Hebrew come from? We know it's Eve. Where did the word Hebrew come from? The word Hebrew is an English rendering of the Latin Hebraicus. Hebrew is a derivative of the Latin word Hebraicus. A little over 2,000 years ago, Judea became a province of the Roman Empire, who had Latin as their national language. All the literature that people wrote and read was written in Latin, and those that were not were translated into Latin. During the translation of the Torah, Eve became Hebraicus in Latin. If you notice, it's nowhere near Eve. Hebraicus and Eve, it's so far apart. After the Reformation in Europe, led by Martin Luther, translations of the Bible began into English. The translations were from the Latin version of the Bible, not from the original language. So instead of using the original name Eve, they translated the Latin rendering Hebraicus to English as Hebrew. Hebrew, therefore, is a double translation of Eve. The word Hebrew is a double translation of the original word Eve. From the Volta River in Ghana through Togo, Benin, Dahomey, and Nigeria, what you have without the artificial boundaries by the Europeans is Ervhres Nyigba, Ervhres land, or Hebrew land. We used to be one people, speaking the same Ervhres tongue. One will ask, how did we then lose the Hebrew tongue and now have so many dialects? Well, it's interesting, but wars have been fought, both interesting and sad. The wars have been fought and many have died because of the problem of variation of dialect. And because of the lack of written history, we did not know we were fighting our own brothers and sisters. Who said we don't speak Ervhres? Who said we don't still speak Hebrew? Who said the original Ervhres tongue is lost? We'll answer these questions in part 2.